Everyone has that moment where the light bulb comes on, or you finally understand something. Maybe you've already had yours, or maybe you haven't. One thing is for sure, that moment will be unforgettable, and it will change your life forever. What's yours? This is mine. I have my nose in a book on most days. I love to read. Reading is a very big part of my life. When I read, I get to not only step into someone else's shoes, but into a whole different world. I like reading so much because it takes me away from this world and into a different one, where almost everything is different and imaginative. I have traveled to so many places away from this world through books. Some of those places I've traveled include Italy, Paris, New York, Avalon, elsewhere, alternate Earths, different societies, and so many more I can't list them all. I first began to love books when I was 7 years old. When I first started reading, my favorite types of stories were adventure and fantasy stories. As the years went on, my love for reading grew as I did. My taste in books has evolved from adventure stories to fantasy stories. Now the types of books I love to read the most are about fantasy or about things not in this world. Some of the books I read are about gods, angels, demons, vampires, werewolves, shapeshifters, fairies, trolls, witches, ghosts, souls, immortals, and many other supernatural beings. I enjoy meeting characters from the fantasy novels I read because they are unique, yet I can relate to them and learn from them. Lessons I have learned from some of the characters that I've read about are: sometimes you have to follow your heart and not your head. Never give up no matter how bad things seem, and don't try to be someone you're not. Because I read so many books, I can't really have a favorite, mostly because I love all the books I read. I have different favorite characters in each book, but I really like the girl characters who show girl power or leadership and courage throughout the book. The girl characters inspire me because they each go through different events, yet they all have very similar traits that make them tough and determined. Every book benefits and changes me greatly. All the books I read help me learn from each of the characters' conflicts and solutions. Being an avid reader also makes me a stronger student. I read above my grade level, and my vocabulary increases and deepens with each novel. In the future, books will help me by keeping my mind working and learning new things from so many different characters and the conflicts that they all go through.